Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of RageQuitTV. Gonna be casting a game between Dream and Hero. Of course, Hero on Team Liquid and Dream is on MVP. I don't know too much about him, but being on MVP and Grandmaster means he has no pushover whatsoever. Hero is ranked number 1 Master League, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but we all know and love Hero. He is either the best Protoss or just a mediocre one. He is definitely not consistent, but when he's on, oh man, is he on. He doesn't rely on build orders to win games. No, he relies on pure skill and micro to win games. And also, when he's having an off day, well, the micro just isn't there, and, well, he just doesn't do so well. He is one to, get very nervous on finals or just in big tournaments, and he doesn't perform as well as he could. He still is a very talented Protoss player, and we all know that. And, well, I just can't wait for him to conquer those nerve issues so he can start shining like all the other Protosses. Dream, don't know anything about him again. We do have him going for a barracks, so that's supply depot, very, very standard. Not going for any funky gas before barracks that could indicate 111s or something of that nature. It is Antiga Shipyard, so 111 is not that popular unless it is a Banshee variant, just because you do have this high ground, which makes it very hard for tanks to do that much. Well, it doesn't make it very hard for them, it just makes them less efficient. So you want the Banshees to give you vision of that high ground so your tanks can go to their full potential. And we will have Dream going off to scout, it looks like. Going to be walling off with that depot just before he goes off, and Hero actually has not scouted yet. Going for a gate, a sub next. Oh no, that's a pylon because the gate's still building, but gate, and then a gas, and then most likely his cyber next core, because you never see one gate expands without a cyber, unless you scout early and see like Terran going for a command center first, and then sometimes they will just go, okay, no need for the cyber, just get my nexus up. We do have Hero going off to scout very, very late, and I don't like this because the odds of him seeing anything are so low because you do have the wall up, and he's going to have 2 Marines, unless the probe gets lucky and 1 out of 3 times does scout Dream first, and there's a chance of him seeing something. But, chances are he's not going to get to see anything, and he doesn't scout in the correct direction because they are cross positions. Dream is getting a few Marines. He is going to be moving out with one of those Marines as he does come in with this SCV. And this is a little bit odd from Dream because he doesn't really know that much. It looks like he's just going around looking for a pylon, so he's not putting any pressure on, just making sure that there are no pylons. The Zealot is coming, and nice micro on. Hero actually takes out that SCV. Very nice, and Dream has no scouting of Hero whatsoever, and he still throws down the command center on this low ground. That I do not like one bit. Hero is going to be moving out with that Zealot, just looking around. The probe does come in here, and oh, just because command center's on the low ground, that does tell Hero that Dream is going for a 1 barracks expand, and this is really good information for Hero right now, as he is going to be going down to build a Nexus. So he knows, okay, my 1 gate expand is safe. And that is the danger of scouting late, but Hero, it worked out for him. Dream, not so much, because he built the command center on the low ground. If he had built that back here, Hero would still be in the dark of exactly what Dream is doing, and probably would not be going for that 1 gate expand, probably a 2 gate expand until he has an idea of what is up. Some nice starter stepping by Dream, taking out that Zealot for just 1 Marine. That is definitely cost effective, and he is getting 2 more barracks on behind this. Now going to get that double gas so he can get stims up and combat shields. And he's probably going to go for, I don't know what he's going to go for. It depends what he ends up seeing with this 1 SCV. If he thinks he can put pressure on, he may be going for a stim and concussive shells. If he doesn't think so, he'll go for a stim and combat shields. I mean, not combat shields and concussive shells. Doesn't get any scout on, but he does see that Hero did indeed take the Nexus. And based upon the timing, he may know it's a 1 gate expand, or he may not. Hero is going on this second gas, and I think Dream will be going up for a stim and concussive shells and doing some type of timing attack just because he has an idea that Hero did go for a relatively early expand, timed it to what Dream has. And that just means that Hero cannot get a robo facility up in time to defend. And maybe he will. Maybe I'll just eat my own words, as he is going for a 1-2 gate robo right now. We'll see if that actually gets to produce anything. Most likely Hero will get Observer first, and that may slow it down just a little bit. Here we go, Stim going on first, and not going to get concussive shells first. That is a little bit odd from Dream. If he had concussive shells, he may have hopes of picking off one of these Stalkers, but without them, there's no hopes of him ever doing that. And Stim, I know he could Stim up and do that, but if you Stim to kill 2 Stalkers before you move out, That is a mistake because you're taking so much damage on all your infantry. You really don't want to use stim moving across the map. You want to use it once you get to your opponent's base. And he is going to go down, try to get what he can. And if that was concussive shells, that should be done. I think it's 50-second build time. And that Stalker would have been dead. And all these units would not be as injured. We do have Hero with some superb micro right now. Oh, whoops. There we go. And Hero just me backing off. He knows, okay, he may have concussive shells, so he doesn't want to start cutting that anymore. Let's see, what is the timing on this? Concussive shell, 60 seconds. So I wasn't too far off. Hero does get back. Maybe he knows the timing of that concussive shells because when he was doing that, I was saying 50 seconds. So maybe that's why Hero stopped cutting because he knew, okay, concussive shells can be finishing now. I don't want to lose my units. We do have Dream going to start taking out these destructible rocks while he does wait for that stim to finish. Just making these units useful while they're in the middle of the map. We do have Hero going to be moving down. He does get that observer first. And the Robo Facility not doing too much. He is going up on 2 more gates, but we do have a lot of units from Dreaming now on the way out. And Hero could get a little bit sandwiched right here. Their Stalkers are retreating. One Marine does try to stop them briefly, but that does allow the Stalkers to get back. Or that doesn't prevent the Stalkers from getting back. What you did see Dream do, he tried to put his Marine in front of that Stalker just to screw up its pathing, so hopefully he got extra hits off on it. It did not work out for him. But it didn't hurt him either. We do have +1 on the way for Dream, along with getting 2 medevacs, and Hero does see that with his Observer. And SCV is going out. Looks like he wants to take a 3rd base, possibly. Yes, he is going to be taking the 3rd base as he does take out these rocks. I'm going to see if Hero is up on his 3rd base. The probe wants to go down. 1 Marine does go off first just to test the water. And he doesn't see too much. There is an Immortal now being produced. Hero is getting 1-1, and he will pull ahead in the upgrades because we only have 1 eBay out for Dream. And where does he have that eBay hotkeyed? Is it hotkeyed? It doesn't look like it is. No, it isn't. And one really cool thing that I have seen Select do, I'll talk about it after this battle, is the pylon is going to be going down. Maybe, no it's not. He is going to stem to try to get away, but the force fields are good. And trapping all those Marauders, getting a lot for almost nothing. I don't think a single sentry did fall, but I may have spoken a little bit early as we do have a stem. He's trying to run and catch up to it. There we go, 1 sentry falling with a lot of energy. And now we do have a Dream now pulling back. He is going to keep his factory right here. This can really screw up with the AI if he goes on an attack move ever. And the factory is right here, and he has a bunch of units like somewhere else. The units will start attacking the factory. You have to use move command to get past that factory. And that's something I see Marine King Prime doing a lot. And there's something I wanted to talk about, but I just cannot remember what it was. What was it? Oh, Select. What Select does with his hotkeys, he puts his eBay on the same hotkey as a command center, and that way you can see that if he is still researching while he builds SCV, so he doesn't have to hit like 4 then whatever awkward hotkey you assign your eBay to if you assign it to one. So he always knows, okay, I still have a research building. I hope that makes sense. He hits 4, sees, okay, command center building 1 SCV, and my eBay is active, so I'm still getting research. If he knows it's close, then he knows not to engage because that is not done yet, and that's something he just constantly looks at because he's always building units. And here we go, big engagement going to be going on. Those Marauders do get dropped. Zealots coming in. There's no sentries right here. We do have Dream being very cost-effective right now. And Hero is coming in with a lot of units. 3 Stalkers go down, 4 Stalkers go down. And that leaves most of the anti-airs, so now those medevacs can pick up, and he can do whatever the heck he wants. Medevac's going to get up, and now he is going to be dropping down here. No, he's not. Oh, man, that is kind of a mistake. I think I love it when I see players just picking up immediately, dropping on this low ground, and getting whatever extra kills they can get, because they know the opponent doesn't have any range. So really just abusing the medevacs against just mainly Zealots. Another Stalker is going down. Dream being very cost-effective right there. We do have here with a lot of units just sitting right here waiting for Dream to try to push up through the front. And that factory is going to be scouting this one Nexus, along with, again, being just a nuisance. We do have here going to start attacking that. But again, that does draw a lot of fire during combat, and that can really screw with opponents. We do have MVP going to come in here, take out, not MVP, Dream coming in there to take out a Sentry. And now the Immortal does get targeted down, but we do have a Colossus now out. Medevacs do pick up as he was trapped with those force fields and going back. Notice how he plays his factory right here in case a bunch of Stalkers came down on attack move. They would attack the factory, I believe. The Colossus is being targeted down, but that does not go down. Nice micro from here, but we do have Dream taking out a few Zealots and going back for that Colossus. Gets another hit off on it, but the Colossus just does not go down. 16 HP left. I think one more hit may have taken that out. And this blink does finish. We do have here tugging those medevacs, but gets the wrong one without units in it. And Dream going to be going back up and back. We'll see what he ends up doing. He is on 3 bases going to the workers. It is 60 to 63. And of course, Dream does have triple mule, so he is ahead on that econ right now. But Hero, he is going for that charge. He is starting to get a very scary army. The factory finally does fall. And that means no more starports can be built, which isn't that big of a deal because Dream, like many tunes, loves that bio play, and we will see, or we already do see a Ghost Academy, and he is getting ship weapons to help his Vikings against Colossus because he doesn't want to build too many Vikings. He wants his Vikings to be very cost effective because what ends up happening if you don't get any upgrades and they have like 6 or 7 Colossus, you have to build like 24 Vikings. You kill all the Colossus, they whoop in a bunch of Templars, and you have a lot of Vikings that just do nothing. They're pretty much like that factory, just there to absorb damage. But if you have upgrades on your Vikings, you don't have to produce as many, which means that doesn't happen as often. We do have a Stalker just going around on patrol, this one Marine watching for the 4th base, and the Stalker will be able to take that Marine out and blinks up to him just to take him out, and that was definitely a little bit cute. And it looks like Hero is splitting his units between. No, he doesn't have anything in his main right now, but he does have an Observer right here. So he knows where the army is. Scan does go down before he comes in and immediately pulls back. Scanning again to take out that Observer, and that makes Hero very cautious. We will see Hero probably start putting units into the main because there is no Observer to see this. And we do have Dream taking out a pylon with just a handful of Marauders and now moving most of his force back here just so they don't get caught. But with that Observer down, that does force Hero to have something in his main. Does keep a high Templar there, which can feed back to medevacs. Medevacs are relatively, I guess, high on energy. A lot of pretty high there, clumped up so you can't see that, but that's at 160, 150, 138, 81. Yeah, they're pretty high, 137. So that Templar up there will be very nice, and Hero is getting Storm, which means Dream has to do something soon. Has he seen much? Has he seen a Templar? I don't know. I don't know where that Templar Archives is. He hasn't seen the Templar Archives, and I don't think he's seen a Templar just yet. He may have, but we'll see if he ends up attacking very soon to hit some type of timing on this side storm. A probe coming down here wants to take the gold base, it looks like. Doesn't know the danger he is in. One Marauder does stem to go and chase that probe out. Gonna throw down the forward pylon. A bunch of Stalkers coming here. He will blink back behind his Zealots, and now the Zealots coming in. That storm's so close to finishing. Now it's done. That's how close it was to finish. And all those units are trapped up. The Templar are coming in. I don't think there's any ghosts left. Here we go. The Templars go. Huge storm does go off on a bunch of Dream's units. Dream still has a huge supply only at 155 versus the 122. But his units are in the red. There's medevacs that are very, very, very high energy. Templars are going down. We don't have any. No, we do have 2 Templars up here. And they do have enough energy to storm. Big storm goes off, taking out a lot of things and putting more in the red. As Dream is going backwards, he's left with just Marauders. And this is what Hero wants. We can go into this supply 18 Marauders, 15 Marines, and those Marauders are very weak. That means those Zealots are going to be so effective. All Hero has to do is build gas units and Zealots, and that's what he... well, that's the best he can do is build gas units and Zealots. And, well, it's going to work out just because we do have Dream massing those Marauders that are not that good against Zealots. We are at 2-2 upgrades versus the 3-3 of Hero. So those Marauders do so little damage to Zealots. It is ridiculous. Marines have a higher DPS than Marauders to non-armored units. With the Archons coming out, those Marauders are going to do bonus damage to nothing. EMPs, though, do go out, and the EMPs are very good. Snipes going off on those high Templars. Feedback does go off on the Ghost, and we do have those medevacs healing up everything, and that will prevent them from getting feedback. And also putting all his units back in the red. It is a supply lead for Hero right now. Going into this loss, we do see Hero losing more than Dream. Dream, is he behind on workers? I don't know exactly how Hero is pulling this off. 56 SCVs, so it looks like Dream lost SCVs. Maybe, I don't know why he lost SCVs, honestly. Ghost is cloaked going in here, trying to get EMPs off. Does get one off on the Sentry. We do have a bunch of the bio clumped up, though, and they are going in place where it's going to be very hard to retreat. What am I talking about? They retreat very fine as their Zealots do come. And all the Zealots are out of shields, but the Marauders still just don't do the damage. And there's Medivacs that are still healing up. The Colossus does fall. Storm does go off, killing more and more Marines, and that is all he has to do. He doesn't have to kill the Marauders. Just has to kill the Marines, so his Zealots will just be gods. And the Zealots don't actually have to hit the Marauders for the Marauders to not take damage. They have to constantly stim the kite. And that's how the Zealots do their DPS to the Bio Ball mainly, just forcing all the units to keep stimming to run backwards. And then Colossus or Urkons come in and one-shot hordes at a time. We do have a few units coming in. That may be a small mistake. Blink does go off and losing a lot of units for nothing. That is not the point of the game where he can be making those trades. 156 applied to 174. We're at 3-2 upgrades that plus 3 armor. Now just mentioning he is getting 4 ghosts at a time right now. Here they're at 3-1-3. He's actually getting those shield upgrades, which means those Marauders won't do that well against the Urkons. But EMPs, oh man, will they? And oh, 2 High Templars! But they don't get picked off. Lots of Vikings here to deal with just those 2 Colossus. And keep in mind, that is like 18 food. That is not going to be useful this battle. That is just going down. So you can see here, way, way ahead right now. 137 supply to 158. The supply keeps going down. Marauders coming in, but they are very, very low on HP. We do have them cutting on back. Storm does go down, takes out a lot, and we have a bunch of Urkons morphing in. Hero, though, losing a lot of his army, 71 to 56. There's Marauders taking out things. If they take out these Urkons, that will be big! And both those Urkons do go down. Dream is still in this game, it looks like. Once the supply to 126. Hero may have overextended, and that is not a good thing ever. Here they're about to do a huge whooping as he is stacking a lot of minerals and gas. We're waiting for that 4 High Templars and 8 Zealots. 12 gateways out. And now 150 supply to 120. That unit production is sick. That Stalker's at 1 HP. The Colossus is coming up just to do some damage. There are still 3 Vikings out. But the Zealots are what Dream is dealing with. You can see him stimming constantly. There we go. A Storm does go off. And as long as the Zealots keep going in, then Dream cannot engage him. And Hero was free to take this 4th base. Because as long as the Zealots are, the Marauders have to go away. The Bio has to go away from the Zealots. So as long as Hero kept putting on that pressure, that allows him to say, okay, my bases should be safe. Because you have to make movement backwards. You cannot just stay in one spot and attack. If that makes sense. It's always good to force your opponent to move away when you're taking expansion. And he was on his 4th base, so his income was just that much higher. And you know what, guys? I did announce a contest yesterday at the end, between the analysis and whatnot. $10, 5 people signed up for it. All you had to do was say your favorite player in a comment on one of my videos. I'm going to try doing that once a week, so definitely subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more often I do that. It's not going to happen on this, so you don't have to say your favorite player on the video. That was yesterday. Just benefiting the people that watch me daily, because that is how I get money off this YouTube, so I'm just giving a little back. So, to show I am not biased, I'm going in my YouTube. We can see, I think I got everyone. Hopefully, I didn't miss anyone. Let me just double check this really quick. Just to make sure I didn't get like a delayed email or anything silly like that. Then we will go to the analysis. It'll only be like 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, 5 people did respond. See all. Comment removed. Okay. That doesn't say a player. So we do have 5. Gonna go into my spreadsheet. You can see we have 2 for Idra, 1 for White Raw, 1 for Stefano, 1 for Spinacia. Well, what's that tell me? Just who I want to get replays from. And we're gonna do Rand between 1, 5. You ready for the moment of truth? Who is gonna win this contest? 4. A Nameless Dread wins $10. So congratulations, A Nameless Dread. I will be sending you a YouTube message, and if I don't do that, I don't give you the money, feel free to start a witch hunt against me, because we know how effective witch hunts are. But I will definitely be paying up. We are in this game right now, and we can go off into this APM tab, and we can see that Hero 50 macro, 126 micro, Dream 71 macro, 141 micro, redundancy for Dream 28, Hero 31, EAPM 153, 122, so Dream just a little bit faster than Hero. Not too much to go there. This is the really cool one. No, that's not it. Build stack, there we go. This is by far my favorite thing to look at after games. 1 feedback, 15 Urkon, 16 storms, 20 blinks, 12 force fields, 19 warp gates, 22 snipes, 35 EMPs. Holy cow, did he use his ghost a lot. 42 stems, 3 call down supplies, 26 mules, 8 scans, yada yada yada. Going over into the units built, we do have 24 High Templars, 10 Colossus, 1 Immortal, 5 Observers, 7 Sentries, 26 Stalkers, 115 Zealots, 90 Probes, 33 Vikings. So for every Colossus built, he built like 3.1 Vikings. So that isn't too bad, I guess. A Colossus is 6 supply, a Viking is 2. So supply-wise, that is about even as you can get. But at the end of the battle, you did see him have a lot of Vikings that just went down, gave a false count of supply near the end. 25 Ghosts, 19 Medevacs, 74 Marauders, 97 Marines. Let's see, resource spending rate. That is cool. That is really cool. Is that new? I can't believe I haven't really seen that much. Definitely a pretty cool graph. So we can go into this, look at just Dream. You can see he's very even. But we'll go into Hero. He should have really... No, he doesn't really have that high gas spikes. Dark blue is minerals, light blue is gas, of course. Resources spent. Go on both. We can see that Dream actually spent more than Hero, both on minerals and gas. Hero was just cost effective. Going back into the game, pull up that loss tab for you at the end. We do see 26k lost versus the 21k for Hero. So being very, very cost effective there. Hope you enjoyed the cast. Take care, guys, and I will see you next time. And let me just double check. It is a nameless dead, correct? 4. And, Control Z. Well, I guess it did random again. It was 4, and, yeah, definitely nameless dead.